Today I stand to talk about when I'm out talking to people in my district, teachers, administrations. You know, the one thing that I do hear over and over is that we are having too many mandates on our schools. So we as this legislative body, we feel like we know better. We feel like we are going to press into law, no matter what, our beliefs. And yet, when I am talking to superintendents, principals, teachers, they often say these mandates are really stifling them to be able to do what they want to do, and that is to teach our kids, to have healthy classrooms. So we have offered some amendments tonight. We want to feed kids. I know the rhetoric, we know the rhetoric is to feed kids. Everyone wants to feed kids, so we need to get that straight. But there's always two ways of doing things. There's always more than one way of doing things, and what we're trying to do is to have you open up the ideas and the conversations that there might be a better way. What your bill is doing is, let me give you a couple quotes, sorry. I want to quote, NPR News. I don't think those at the top line are concerned about this. Okay, just hold on, one more. Minnesota Post. I don't know if the richest Minnesotans want this, but we can have that conversation. Need this. I don't know if the richest Minnesotans need this, but we can have those conversations. Those two quotes are from Governor Walz. And if you substitute this for the Social Security tax, that's what those quotes were about. So Governor Walz is saying, why are we giving a tax break to the wealthiest? Those were his quotes. And I submit to this body, why are we feeding kids in Edina or rich areas that do not need this extra funding? We are pushing tax dollars where they're not needed. And this is exactly the rhetoric I'm turning to you that you say we should be against. We have offered reasonable amendments. We have offered to raise it to the 250% level to include more students that were at that level. We cannot continue to mandate bills, even though Minnesota right now has this surplus. What happens in 2 years when we're at a deficit situation? Because we dangerously put this into law as a mandate, now the schools and the administrations and the school boards will have very tough decisions to make of what they have to cut. Members, this is not what we want. Representative Jordan, we appreciate your bill. We want to fund kids. With their lunch toys, we want to fund kids as well. But let's trust the schools. Let's trust the administrations. Let's trust the school boards. This is reckless spending. Government pushing these mandates, it is reckless spending, members. So this no longer is about feeding children. This is about government saying, I know better than you superintendents. I know better than you principals. I know better than you school boards. This is literally funneling tax dollars to areas and districts that do not need this funding. So all day long, you can say we want to feed children. Absolutely, we want to feed children. We can do it better. We can do it a different way. And I do not want to see the damage this mandate will do down the road to our schools when we have to continue to enforce this. Please, we need to have this go back and redo this so that it's doing exactly what we want to do.